what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I'm Ken, and today guys, I'm here for a channel update / 2023 goals video. So I don't usually do a lot of these types of videos. As far as like channel updates, I don't really do that too often. Actually, I don't think I've done one maybe ever. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever done a channel update on here, and also, you know, 2023 goals. I know we're approaching mid-February. It seems a little late to be doing 2023 goals, but I also like to I don't ever do like New Year's resolutions on actual New Year's Eve. I always wait till like mid-January before I start deciding what I want to accomplish for that given year. So it just took me a while to kind of get everything in place and figure stuff out. But I wanted to make this video just to let you guys know what to expect from the channel, the stuff that I want to start doing, some stuff I want to maybe start doing differently, some things that I may have said that I was going to try to do but probably won't. I just kind of give you all the full picture of the Mid-Level Media channel in 2023. But look, if this is your first time discovering me here on YouTube, this is a weird video to enter in on. But if you like physical media, you like Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. We are definitely heading towards a great 2023 on this channel. I can feel it, guys. I can feel it. So hit the subscribe button, also hit the like button, and then comment down below. I want to know some of your goals for 2023. You know, movie watching goals, just any types of goals that you have in life. I'm going to go through a variety of different types of goals. Like I've got channel goals that I'm going to talk about. I've got just actual like movie watching goals, collection goals, and just other goals that I want to talk about on here as well. So like, comment, subscribe. I said all that stuff, right? You want to know my main goal for 2023? I want to stop the whole like intro thing and just kind of, when I turn the camera on, I just get right into talking. I'm so tired of it. I just feel so fake and phony, even though I know it's something I need to do. And I'm being open and honest with you guys here right now. I know it's something I need to do. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff right at the beginning of the video. You're supposed to do that kind of stuff because some people, they need to be reminded to subscribe. Like that helps, or like the video. But it's like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I just want to click the camera and just say, all right, we're starting, guys. Let's talk about Blades on Blu-ray. This is a Vinegar Syndrome title. I just want to do something like that and not have to worry about the whole intro thing because I'm terrible at it anyway. But look, guys, subscribe. I'm asking you to subscribe. If you haven't, I would appreciate it. I am here begging you to hit the subscribe button. But anyway, so that's one goal I got. That stop saying subscribe at the beginning. Maybe I'll say it just at the end. There are some clever YouTubers that put it like very cleverly, like right in the middle of their video. I just don't know how to do all that kind of stuff, guys. You know me, I'm a very basic guy with a very basic channel that you guys seem to enjoy for some reason. I don't know why, but you do, and I appreciate it. Let's get started, guys. Channel update goals. We'll get into that first. The first goal is it's always at the forefront. I don't care what YouTuber says that they don't think about this kind of stuff, because they absolutely do. But subscriber goal. What's my subscriber goal for 2023? Look, I had a good 2022. I had a good 2021, to be honest. I think I gained 6,000 subscribers in 2021. I think I gained 8,000 subscribers last year. I'm approaching 16,000 as of right now, which is just incredible, guys. This is way further than I ever envisioned this channel getting. So, like, I am so appreciative of all the support. I want to make my goal for this year. I know a lot of people, they're driven to do great things. They want to aim high, right? I want to aim a little bit lower. I don't want to put the expectations that high. I don't want to put the pressure that high on myself this year. So I'm going to say my goal for 2023 is to grow this channel to 20,000 subscribers, which I think is very possible. Now, would I love to aim for 25, maybe 30? Of course, but I don't want to set myself up for those kind of expectations. I just don't want to put all that pressure on myself. I just want to let things go. I want this to be the year of no pressure on the mid-level media channel. I really want to take it easy because I put so much pressure on myself, and I want to dial it back just slightly. I want to continue putting out good content for you guys, but I want to take the pressure off myself a little bit when it comes to gaining subscribers, because my God, sometimes, and if you do YouTube, you understand, you're sitting there sometimes and you're just like refresh. Like, when am I going to get to this point? Some days you don't gain any subscribers. Some other days you lose 2. And other days are awesome and you gain like 20 or 30. It's just so random. I want to focus on that less this year, less on the subscriber count, even though it's essential for being a YouTuber wanting to grow. You have to focus on that kind of stuff. You have to pay attention to what videos are doing the best. But I want to focus a little bit less on that and focus more on just what I'm doing and the content that I'm putting out for you guys. So 20K is my goal for the year of 2023. No pressure. If I get to 25, great. That is fantastic. I will appreciate that. I will take that, of course. 20K is my goal this year. That is my goal for 2023. Also, continue obviously to put out consistent content covering the latest physical media news and releases. That is going to be a standard for this channel, a staple for this channel. I'm always going to be updating you guys on the latest and greatest Blu-ray releases and, trying to do reviews for as much stuff as I possibly can. Even though I do put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to my reviews and trying to get as much out for you guys as possible, I probably more or less am going to do like the big ones that come out each month. I'll try to do standalone reviews for those. But I might start doing more like consolidated, like where I do like 4 or 5, discs or Blu-rays and 4Ks in like one video, kind of like I did the other day with The Dentist and Pray for the Devil and all those of The Vagrant. Just all in one video. I might do more of that type of stuff and stop putting so much pressure on myself to do like standalone reviews for everything. Just do the big stuff for the standalone reviews, but expect that none of that's changing. I will continue to do all the latest and greatest in physical media news and updates and all the good stuff because I know you all appreciate that. Also, work on quality. Like, that's another big thing with me. Work on some quality improvements, maybe an actual like legitimate camera instead of my phone that I use. Maybe I could start making videos in 4K. I've had comments on my channel when people are like, how can you review a 4K and then shoot in 1080p? In my mind, those things are two completely different things. So I definitely had the aspirations to improve my quality and actual camera, better audio, which I feel like my audio is pretty decent. Like every now and then my mic won't be plugged in or something when I'm doing a live stream, or it just won't work. But usually like this lavalier mic that I use, I think my sound quality is pretty good on that. Legitimate editing tools. Again, I do everything on my cell phone. I am literally filming right now, guys, on the cell phone that I had back in 2019 when I shot my first Blu-ray hunt, which was all the way back at the beginning of 2019. So I am using the same phone camera that I have always used on this channel. Like, I have not upgraded the phone, which it's time for me to upgrade. I just haven't done it yet because I just have everything on my phone the way that I like it, and I just don't want to deal with translating everything over. So, but it would be nice to have an actual camera, an actual like studio setup where I sit down, I turn the camera on, I download everything into my computer. I have actual like proper editing tools and I could do stuff on there instead of doing stuff on my phone all the time. That would definitely be nice. And I feel like you guys would appreciate a quality improvement for sure. So that's something I'm definitely going to work on in 2023. Also, I do these monthly roundtables every month where we talk about all the new releases that come out in any given month. And they're always super fun, and I love having on different guests to do those. But I want to do more types of collaborations that aren't so closely tied to like new release pickups and stuff, because there's a lot of collectors out there that don't feel the pressure to pick up a lot of stuff day one. They pick up stuff later on down the line in sales. And there's just all sorts of other ideas that I had that could bring the community together, that could bring other content creators together to do fun streams and not have it be so closely tied to like what came out that's new, because not everybody grabs all the new releases. So I feel like I'm only picking from a select group when I do those streams. And again, I love doing those streams and everybody enjoys them. So I will continue to do those streams. I'm not saying I'm going to replace those, but I would like to do more collaborative streams with other collectors that are different, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Also, another thing that's been requested, that's been asked about frequently since I stopped doing them, and I didn't really ever stop doing them. I just stopped doing them so frequently, and I have personal reasons for that I'm not going to get into. But World's Biggest Collectors will be returning, but it will be returning a little bit differently. You see, I'm not going to be doing World's Biggest Collectors anymore. I may do some episodes live, but I'm not going to be doing World's Biggest Collectors live anymore. They're going to be pre-recorded, more podcast type interviews, just really digging into collectors and their collection mindset, where they got started in collecting, their preferences on what they collect. We're going to go into a lot of different topics with a lot of different collectors, and I'm really excited to do it. I've actually, as of right now, have already recorded 4 episodes of World's Biggest Collectors that will be rolling out over the next month. So be looking forward to that. The first episode is actually dropping this Sunday, February the 12th at 4 p.m. And it's going to be with movies with Leo, who he's on TikTok. He just started a YouTube channel, but makes all kinds of great content on TikTok. The other 3 guests I'm going to leave as a surprise, but I'm going to try to make it a thing and make it spot on Sunday at 4 p.m. is when World's Biggest Collectors. Every episode is going to be dropping on Sunday. So I'm going to try to keep up with that so I can have an episode of World's Biggest Collectors drop like every Sunday. And I'm going to do at least 10, 15 of those types of episodes. Again, I still might do some live editions, but I wanted to do more focused interviews with collectors, just kind of not having the chat involved, not having the distraction of the chat. Again, I love the chat. I love doing live streams, but just kind of focusing and honing in on a collector and really having a good conversation with that collector and really diving into what makes them tick as a collector. So definitely expect the first episode of World's Biggest Collectors to be this Sunday, February the 12th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love it if you would tune in. What this also does is it opens up some opportunities for some other collectors outside of the US, maybe some over in Europe or possibly maybe Australia to come on the channel, because it brings us into like different time frames that we can record. I've been so tied to like 9 p.m. Tuesday night, to do World's Biggest Collectors. This doesn't tie me to like any specific time. So if I want to have somebody on from the UK, I can maybe record at like 10 a.m. or something like that, 11 a.m., and then put that episode up. So it can make it more beneficial for some collectors in other countries to come on, and I don't have to ask them to come on at like 2 a.m. their time or something, have them be extremely tired. So that opens up the opportunity to have different types of collectors on for sure. So I'm really excited about that. The next evolution of World's Biggest Collectors. So I hope you check it out this Sunday at 4 p.m. Another thing I want to talk about is the monthly themes that I started last year. So I did about 6 or 7 months of these monthly themes, and they started off being really awesome. Like I love doing them. Like Western month was a real highlight for me, but I just kind of became a little disinterested in it, if I'm being honest. And it got to the point where I would set myself up for certain months, and I would only watch like 5 or 6 movies for, said month. Like I would do a Nicolas Cage month, and I only watched like 5 or 6 Nicolas Cage movies. So it became kind of pointless for me to lead these theme months, because I couldn't focus my full attention because I was so tied to like whatever new release was coming out that week or that month, and things just got really busy. I started it because January traditionally is not a huge busy month for physical media, even though it kind of was last year, but I just tried to balance both of them in that month. But this year I was gonna get back into it, but then I looked at January. I was like, there's a lot of stuff I want to cover, and do I want to put, again, it all comes back to like pressure and stress. Do I want to put that kind of pressure on myself to deliver like good content, as far as like new releases and all that stuff, and also good content as far as like tied to my theme month. So the thing that pains me the most about them is the fact that I did have them set up to be so community oriented. So if somebody else on their channel did a Western video or somebody did a Western post on Instagram, I would share it and I would kind of shed some light on some other channels and some other videos and some other content creators. I love that aspect of it, and I do want to make a focused effort to share more videos of content creators that I really enjoy watching for sure. Like if I watch a really great video from another content creator on YouTube and it's a smaller channel and I think it's great, maybe share that to my community tab as well. So I do want to make a more focused, conscious effort to share more people's content, to focus in on the community and other creators, because there's so many great creators on this platform. And to be perfectly honest, there's so many creators that are better than me in my mind, because I'll watch so many awesome creators and YouTubers, and I'll be like, God, this person's content is just so great. They should have more subscribers. And I'm like, if I could give them mine, I would, because I just think their content's that good. So I definitely want to share more people's content in 2023 is what I'm trying to say here. And again, it might not be a part of a monthly theme or tied to a monthly theme. And who knows? I've toyed with the notion of not doing like maybe genre specific theme months, but maybe like boutique label. Like I would love to dive into Vinegar Syndrome for a month. Kino Lorber, really tackle my back catalog. So if I do bring back monthly themes, it would be more or less tied to like physical media boutique lines or something like that. Or maybe I do like a 4K month where I tackle a lot of my studio 4K releases that I haven't checked out. But I do have some movie watching goals for the year that I would like to share with you guys. I would love to explore other genres and boutique labels further, kind of like what I was talking about, to maybe, tie a month to a specific label, like do Criterion month or Arrow Video month, Kino Lorber, Vinegar Syndrome especially, like maybe Severin, maybe dive into like some other obscure labels like Mondo Macabre, like if I purchased enough of those, just really kind of dive into other labels that I'm not as familiar with as I am other labels. I feel like I'm most familiar with Scream Factory and Arrow Video. I feel like I watch more of those two labels than I do anybody else, but I would love to dive more into Criterions for sure. I watch a lot of Criterions, not a lot, but I do dive into a lot of Criterions where I feel like I somewhat know what I'm talking about with them. Vinegar Syndrome, I definitely need to dive into more of those. And I have so many Kino Lorber titles from all those sales that I need to dive into. I would love to just take a whole month and tackle like my Kino Lorber collection for sure, and just really put a dent into it. So that's something I want to do. Again, more different genres like Hong Kong cinema, like Kung Fu, I need to dive into. I just watched that Lady Whirlwind double pack. That was a great time. So I would love to dive more into that kind of stuff. So, and more like Italian horror. Like I love Italian cinema so much. I love spaghetti westerns. I would love to watch more of those, more giallos, just all that kind of stuff. And just more different kinds of international cinema in general, like maybe some French films, some Swedish films. I have the Lucas Moodysson collection, dive more into Ingmar Bergman. There's so many movies that I want to dive into and just really get involved myself in. Just really explore. But again, I can't do this all in 2023. I would just like to take my first steps this year for sure. But yeah, just explore other genres, boutique labels. And again, those kind of go hand in hand, because by exploring boutique labels further, you're usually getting into more different types of genres and international cinema, especially with Criterion and some of the other labels for sure. Like maybe I get into, Eureka, Radiance, which just started. I need to get some of those titles for sure. Another goal that I have is watching 10 films from every decade pre-1980s. So I know a lot about movies from the 80s. Again, not as much as some people. I know I still have a ton of gaps, but I know a lot of movies from the 1980s. I know a lot of movies from the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s, getting into the 2020s. I've seen a lot of movies in the 2020s. How many movies from the 30s have I seen? How many movies from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s? I feel like I've seen a pretty good amount of movies in the 70s, maybe the 60s as well. But just really diving into those time periods and decades, and just picking out 10 films, maybe 10 of the most popular films of those decades to get started with, some of the big stuff that I haven't seen. The 1920s as well. Should I go for the 1910s? Maybe there's at least 10 movies in the 1910s I could watch, I'm sure. And just deep diving into those decades and picking out 10 movies from each decade to watch. So that's definitely a goal that I have for this year, and just kind of give myself a more well-rounded look at the history of cinema. So I'm excited about that. I definitely want to do that. And when I'm done watching those 10 films, I will absolutely make a video on those 10 movies that I watched from that specific decade. I'll title it like 10 Blu-rays from 1930s, the 1930s you need to have in your collection. So that's definitely a goal that I have. Some of my collection goals that I have for this year just kind of tied to my actual like physical media collecting. Reorganize and take stuff out that I do not need. I've already started doing that. I've gone through and I picked out all the duplicates. It was really tough, and I'm going to be putting that video out at some point within the next couple of weeks, maybe month, when I finally finish. I've got an entire stack, 3 stacks over there of duplicates that I've taken out. It was really hard. I might put a couple of them back because some of them have like different slip covers that I don't have on the 4K releases, or like in some cases I had a 4K Steelbook and I went ahead and took the Blu-ray out, which I like keeping the 2 like different types. Like if it looks different, I like keeping it. That's my mentality. Like if it looks the same, and if it has the same slipcover from Blu-ray to 4K, I can get rid of it. But if it's different in any way, I struggle to get rid of stuff. So I really tried to take that out of it and just focus on stuff back there that was a duplicate, and I took it out because if I had this movie, then why do I need another copy? Especially when the 4K has the Blu-ray in it. So I still have that option to have the Blu-ray or be able to watch the Blu-ray if I want to. Why do I need to own the regular Blu-ray? I don't. So I took it out. Again, I need more space. I need more space to put stuff on the shelf for sure. So I need to reorganize. I need to take stuff out I don't need. Duplicates or movies I'll likely never watch again. I got a couple of those movies in there, guys, that I just didn't like. And I went ahead and pulled them out. I was like, I don't need these in the collection. That's really hard for me to do. I've talked about that before on this channel. Even if I don't like it, I think to myself, maybe in 10 years I'll like it. Maybe I'll want to revisit it and maybe I'll appreciate it more. But these ones I took out, I was like, there's probably no way I'm going to appreciate this more. So I took it out. And yeah, not a complete consolidation or curation. I'm not getting fully into that. I'm still going to have films back there that I don't like. I'm still going to have films back there that I don't like because they are films that maybe I'll like in the future. So I don't want to get into like full consolidation. And I respect people that do it, that get into the curation and stuff, that only want films in their collection that they know they're going to love, that they know they're going to enjoy. But I'm so in love with the thought of blind buying and having films back there, being able to go back there. I'm just so in love with like the exploration aspect of physical media and physical media purchasing. I love the fact that I have 900 to 1,000 films back there. I'm just throwing up a number. Don't go crazy, guys. Maybe it's only 500. I don't know. That I haven't watched yet. That makes me so happy. There's so much to explore back there, and I cannot wait to get into all of it. So I love that about my collection. I would not change it. So not a full consolidation, but definitely tidying things up a little bit in the collection. Getting it just a little tighter. I need to do for sure. Just getting rid of some of the junk. Also, be more conscious. And this is another tough one, guys. It's something we all struggle with. Be more conscious of what I spend. Budgeting better, doing a better job. And I feel like I say this every single year, just doing a better job of figuring out what's coming out this month. What do I need this month? Like, what do I need this month? Not want, but need. What are titles that I'm actually going to watch? What are titles that you all are going to be interested in watching me review? And what titles do I need to get right away that, you know, maybe sold out, maybe have an exclusive slipcover I won't be able to get, maybe as an exclusive steelbook. I don't need to grab every studio release when it comes out, the second it comes out, because in a lot of cases, guys, we've seen it many times, something will come out brand new. Next week, it'll drop $3 or $4. I need to take advantage of that a little bit more and not buy everything new. So I'm really going to focus on budgeting better. Not grabbing everything brand new, maybe waiting for sales a little bit more. You know, Kino Lorber does killer sales 4 times a year. I don't need to buy Kino Lorber releases when they come out, like The Italian Job. I haven't watched that yet. I watched Death Wish. I would probably still get that. But did I need to pick up The Italian Job when a Kino sale is right around the corner and they'll probably still have the slipcover for it? I didn't need to. I probably could have picked it up for like $18, $19. Just a couple of months later. So just stuff like that, just being more conscious of what I'm spending. Do I need this versus what do I want this? And again, that's such a hard thing to do. That's such a hard thing to do, especially in the business that we're in, collecting physical media. So yeah, those are my collection goals. Let's get into some of my other goals that don't necessarily have to do with movies or collecting or anything like that. Just some other types of stuff that I want to accomplish in 2023. And these tie into media as well. Again, not movies, not Blu-ray 4K collecting, but a couple of these tie into media. I want to read. I want to read a book. I want to read 2 books. Again, I'm not going to put the expectation up that high. I'm not going to stress myself out, like I said many times in this video, but I want to read at least 2 books this year. I want to read at least 2 books this year, and I want them to both be Stephen King. I want to read 2 Stephen King books this year because I really want to. I used to read a lot. I used to read a lot when I was a kid. There was a lot of Stephen King books that I read. There was a lot of his books that were made into adaptations like Pet Sematary, Carrie, that I have not read that I would definitely be excited to go back and read. And I've always been kind of into the idea of maybe reading his book like from the beginning, and his first novel was Carrie and his first movie adaptation was Carrie. And maybe like doing kind of a compare and contrast between the book and the actual film itself. So maybe kind of tie it into the channel somewhat that way, but also just give me something for myself, because I feel so tied to, I watch stuff, I review it, I talk about it on the channel. That's just kind of what it is at this point. And it's like, I don't have necessarily any time to myself. So maybe reading 2 books that are just for me. I don't have to talk about it on the channel, that are just for me, that I can enjoy and enrich myself and my life. I just want to get back into reading. I want to do other stuff other than watch movies. And that kind of ties into my next goal, and that is I want to play 5 video games to completion. I used to be a pretty big gamer. About 10 years ago, that's all I was doing. I was playing Xbox 360, and trying to complete games. I was trying to gain achievements. I had 110,000 gamer score on Xbox 360. If anybody knows what that means, it means I played a lot of games. I loved playing video games, probably from like 2005. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I loved playing video games, but I was really into it in my 20s. I didn't watch a ton of movies at all. It kind of ties into why I get this a lot. Why have you not seen this movie, Ken? Why have you not seen this many movies? There was a whole section of my life where I still love movies. I still went to go see movies, but they weren't the focus. I wasn't watching like a ton of stuff. I was watching like some new stuff. And every now and then I would watch older movies that I knew that I loved, but that was about it. So I gamed like a madman, and I miss it. And there's all kinds of stuff that's coming out that looks really cool, and just stuff that's come out in the past like 5 years since I've been so focused on movies. I've missed it, that I would love to check out and play, like the new God of War game. Not the new one, but the one that came out like back in 2018. I haven't played that yet. And I love the God of War games. I played all of those when they came out, because I had a PS3 as well, and I had a Wii. I love playing the Wii. I love the Mario Galaxy games. I love Zelda. I would love to play the Breath of the Wild or something like that. I want to play some more video games. Again, I want something to myself, and that might mean watching less movies, but it would give me something for myself and something that would be satisfying for me. And again, I know that it's another media goal, and it just feels like all you're going to do this year, Ken, is just sit on your couch and read a book and play video games and watch movies. No, I'm not just going to do that, because this is getting into my next goal. And I know, guys, there's only so much time in the day. How am I going to do all this stuff? Well, I'm trying to be a little ambitious here. Again, we talked about that in the beginning with my subscriber count. I want to be less ambitious on my subscriber count and more ambitious on these goals right here, my other goals. But I want to work on my health. I don't know if you can see it on my face right now. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I am filming a video for YouTube. And that's probably not the healthiest place to be. Like, maybe I should be in bed getting some sleep, focused on getting up early, maybe taking a walk outside, getting myself a good breakfast. I miss so many meals because I'm just so like laser focused on this channel and trying to put out as much content as I can for you guys. And I just don't feel like I work on my health as much as I should. So I need to be getting more exercise. I need to be eating better. I need to be focused on the actual like food that I'm putting in my body. I feel like most of the time I'm just grabbing something off the counter or out of the pantry, whatever like bar or oat bar or whatever like granola bar I can find. Sometimes I'll grab an apple, but really most of the time it's just like a handful of chips or something that I'm just using to kind of get through. the next couple of hours. Of course, I usually eat a meal like later on in the day, but throughout the day, it's like mostly just like snacking and stuff. I need to eat better. I need to work on my health. Before the pandemic, I was going to the gym. I was, running on the treadmill. I was on the elliptical. I was lifting weights. I was feeling pretty good. I wasn't like this buff, like bodybuilder guy or nothing, but I was feeling pretty good. And I had a good like health regimen, health routine going, and I want to get back to that. Will that mean again, I won't get to watch as many movies? Yes, it absolutely will. And I guess you're saying to yourself, how are you going to do all this again? You got all these goals. Well, that's why these are goals, guys. Maybe some of them will happen, maybe some of them won't, but I have to try to focus on this type of stuff for sure. So I want to work on my health, physical and mental, because like with everybody, guys, like I've got issues. We've all got issues going on up here. Mental health is important. I need to focus on that stuff more. And that ties into the channel. Again, feeling the pressure of having to put videos out all the time, and get stuff out to you guys, get content out to you guys. I feel that pressure all the time. And I love it. I love that you guys watch the videos. I love that you engage with the videos. If you didn't, I wouldn't do this. But the fact that you do, it pushes me to keep going. So I love doing what I do. But maybe not freaking myself out if I miss one day, putting something up. I need to work on that. So physical, mental health is important. I need to work on it. Getting more sleep, again, that goes into physical health, but I have got to get more sleep. Like there are nights where I only get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I've got to get more hours of sleep. And I have to stay up late, guys. There's a lot that goes into, doing the channel, watching the movies. I know you guys, you're always giving me great recommendations. You're like, why haven't you seen this and this? You should have watched this. And you only collect, you don't watch. I try to watch as much as I can, guys. I really do. As soon as I get done filming this, I'll go out there and try to start watching Bubba Hotep on 4K because it just came out this week and I want to watch it. But it's so hard to watch all this stuff and have time to shoot the videos, to edit the videos, to put the content out. And I do my best, but I have got to just cut it off, go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and I feel like I'll run better and probably be a little bit more productive the next day. Spend more quality time with the family. The family's important. My family's important. It's not that I don't spend time with my wife and kids, but I want to spend more time with them. There's definitely times when I could, go hang out with my son in his room or, say, hey, do you want to watch a movie? And I don't because I have to do something that's tied to YouTube or whatever else I have to do, whatever movie I have to watch or whatever. I want to spend more time with my family. Family's important. My kids are only going to be this young for so long, and I want to put more time and effort into that. So anyway, I hope that you guys appreciate and enjoyed this video. It went way longer than I wanted it to. I'm going to try to edit this down to be a little bit shorter, maybe cut out some of the fluff in there because there definitely was some of that. But I appreciate you guys watching this lengthier video on my channel update, my collection goals, my movie goals, and my other goals. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications. Follow me on all my social media accounts down below. I definitely have goals of growing those followings this year. TikTok, Letterboxd, Twitter, Instagram. Follow all of those down below, and I'll see you next time.